You wake up one morning and everything costs double. Your coffee, your rent, your time. Nothing physically changed overnight. The roads are still there. The buildings still stand. Your skills didn't suddenly disappear. But your money is worth less. So here's the uncomfortable question. Who decided that? Because it wasn't you. And yet, somehow, your entire life just got more expensive. Most people think the value of money is something natural, like gravity, like weather. It isn't. The value of money is decided, constantly, quietly, by a system you rarely see. And once you understand how that system works, you start to realize something unsettling. Money doesn't measure value, it reflects power. Let's start simple. Imagine a small island. There are 100 people, and someone introduces 100 pieces of paper. Each paper represents money. At first, it's clean. One paper equals 1 unit of value. People trade fish, wood, labor. Everything feels fair. Now imagine the person controlling the papers prints 100 more. Nothing else changes. Still the same fish, same wood, same people. But now there are 200 pieces of paper chasing the same amount of stuff. Prices rise, not because things became more valuable, but because the measuring stick changed. That's the first crack in the illusion. Money doesn't hold value, it measures it, and the ruler can be stretched. Now, scale that island up to the real world. Replace that one person with a network of central banks, governments, and financial institutions. And instead of 100 pieces of paper, think trillions. New money isn't just printed anymore. It's created digitally, instantly, in massive amounts. During crises, this happens fast. In 2008, after the financial system nearly collapsed, central banks stepped in. They didn't rebuild factories. They didn't create goods. They created money, trillions of dollars. Then again in 2020, even faster this time. It felt like a rescue, and in some ways it was. But here's the part most people miss. When new money enters the system, it doesn't land evenly, it flows. And where it flows first matters more than how much exists. Think of it like pouring water into a maze. The first corners fill up quickly. The deeper parts take time. In the financial system, that first corner is banks, large institutions, asset markets. That's where new money arrives first. Stocks rise, real estate rises, assets inflate. By the time that money trickles down to everyday life, prices have already adjusted. Your rent goes up, groceries get more expensive, but your income? It lags behind. So even though more money exists, your share of it feels smaller. This is how value shifts without anyone announcing it. Quietly, gradually. So who decides the value of your money? Not a single person, but a system built on 3 moving parts: how much money exists, where it flows first, and how much people trust it. Let's talk about trust, because this is where things get strange. Money only works because we all agree it works. There's no intrinsic value in a piece of paper or a digital number. It's a shared belief, a collective agreement. As long as people trust that money will hold value tomorrow, it works today. But the moment that trust weakens, everything changes. History has seen this before. Currencies that once dominated the world fading into irrelevance. Not because the countries disappeared overnight, but because the belief did. When trust breaks, people stop holding money. They rush to convert it into anything else: assets, goods, foreign currencies. And that's when value collapses, not slowly, all at once. Here's the irony. The system needs inflation to survive, but too much inflation destroys trust. So it walks a tightrope. Central banks raise interest rates to slow things down, then lower them to stimulate growth. It's a constant balancing act. Push too hard and the economy stalls. Push too little and money loses meaning. There's no perfect setting, only trade-offs. And this is where the real mechanism reveals itself. The value of your money isn't fixed, it's negotiated every day between policymakers trying to stabilize the system, markets reacting to expectations, and millions of people making decisions based on fear, hope, and necessity. It's not controlled, it's managed, and sometimes barely. Now, zoom out. Globally, currencies don't exist in isolation. They compete. If one country prints too much money, its currency weakens compared to others. Imports become expensive. Exports become cheaper. Power shifts. This is why exchange rates move, why global trade feels unstable, why one country's decision can ripple across the world. The value of your money isn't just a local story. It's part of a global game. And here's the uncomfortable math. If money supply grows faster than real production, value must adjust. It has no choice. You can't double the amount of money without changing what that money represents. So either prices rise or purchasing power falls, usually both. But the system doesn't announce this. There's no message that says your money is now worth 10% less. Instead, it shows up in small ways. A slightly higher bill, a smaller portion, a delayed salary increase. It's subtle enough to ignore, but persistent enough to reshape your life. So when you ask who decides the value of your money, the honest answer is this. It's decided by a system designed to keep moving. A system that adjusts constantly to avoid collapse. A system where stability often requires quiet erosion. And once you see that, you start to realize something even more unsettling. If the value of money can be changed slowly over time without most people noticing, then the real question isn't just who decides it, it's how far it can go before everyone finally does.